Yo, what's going on, guys? XpertFusion here, and today I want to talk about some really good news in regards to Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, specifically about Outbreak, but even just about Cold War zombies in general, coming straight from Codename Pizza himself. He actually did an interview with Treyarch a few days ago, talked about some stuff regarding Outbreak and even just Cold War zombies in general. Some great information was given straight from Treyarch about the future of Outbreak as well as the future of Cold War zombies in general. So Outbreak has been pretty fun. I'm not going to give you guys a full review on it right now because I haven't really done everything there is to do in the map. I don't think, at least. I'm pretty sure there's still a few other things I have yet to do. So I'm just going to play some more of it throughout this weekend and then give a review probably in a few days or so, maybe on Sunday or something like that. But I got to talk about this information because it is huge. So coming straight from Treyarch, right? Codename Pizza covered this. If you want to see Codename Pizza's full video, I will link it in the description. But Treyarch says that future Outbreak maps will be coming, and not all of the future maps that are coming are going to be straight up Fireteam maps, which is crazy. So I don't know what that means. Is there going to be completely original maps? That's kind of what he said. Or will they be using maybe other maps from previous games? Like, I'm thinking Transit could probably work as an Outbreak map. We've already heard of Transit being remade a million times. We've heard it since Black Ops 4. And apparently it was, canceled and probably going to be brought to this game. But then that didn't happen yet. So will Transit be used as an Outbreak style map? I think that would be awesome. We could also get Alcatraz. Maybe that's literally in Warzone, so that wouldn't be too hard to carry that over. Or hell, maybe they can use some stuff from Modern Warfare, like we can see some of the ground war maps from Warzone, from Verdansk as Outbreak maps. I don't know, I wouldn't really want to see that, to be honest, but I'm just throwing out ideas, to be honest. But it does sound like we will also be getting completely original maps, which that's really weird to me because we were having a big problem with the lack of content in Cold War for the first couple months. I mean, only one map for launch, and then you have like 2 months go by and we don't get a whole new map until like, what was it, February, so about 3 months after. We were all like frustrated about it, and then even those 2 maps don't have that much content. And then out of nowhere we get Outbreak, which is really cool. I'm glad they did this, but I thought they were just going to be reusing assets for this mode and it wasn't going to be like some new maps. But no, we're getting apparently a completely new map for Outbreak, plus the other Fireteam maps like Sanatorium I feel like will probably come, or any future Fireteam maps I'm sure will all be a part of Outbreak. So this is insane to me. I don't know how that's even possible. Like, did they just all of a sudden just get everyone on board and like, okay, let's just all start pushing this stuff out? Or maybe they've been working on this stuff for a while, but they're just getting to a point now where they're able to actually release it. I hope this doesn't take away from, having some solid normal maps as well, because of course I want to see your standard maps with standard Easter eggs as well. I don't want to just see these Outbreak maps, but I don't know. Still awesome. I'm glad they have it, but that's not all the news they gave us either. That in itself is pretty awesome. That means we're going to be seeing a lot more stuff with Outbreak in the future. They also confirmed that we are going to be getting a full main quest for Outbreak. Now, I don't know exactly what that means. Is it going to be a long, normal quest-like thing? Is there going to be like a boss fight with a unique boss? All of that stuff, I have no idea, but they did say they are going to be having a full-on Easter egg quest for Outbreak. I don't know if there's going to be separate ones for each map or one for all 3 or however that's going to work, but they said they'll be adding that within Season 3. That is insane. I honestly was not expecting Easter eggs. I was hoping for them, and I was gonna complain if we weren't gonna have them, but they're adding them at some point, so that is great. I'm glad they are doing that. It's gonna make it more replayable. It's gonna make it more fun. Excited to see that. And lastly, they do confirm that there will be weapon kits, or at least some sort of a system like that added to Cold War for camos. So you'll be able to add camos on any gun that you want. They said that update should be coming within the next month or so, so we're going to be getting it real soon. That's great because, of course, when you unlock camos, you shouldn't only be able to put those camos on your starting weapon. You should be able to put it on any weapon you get in the game. Thankfully, they're listening because, of course, stuff like your blueprints and stuff, like they're completely a waste of time in zombies. They're cool in multiplayer, but you're never going to use them in zombies because you just use the box weapons, who actually sticks with their one gun they start with every single game. Most people don't, so that's a great change. And yeah, I'm just really excited because I was not expecting Cold War Zombies to have this massive turnaround. I know a lot of people were already enjoying Cold War Zombies a lot, Personally, I had a lot of issues with it. I think my biggest issue though was of course the lack of content, and not in terms of like everything like the maps. Like of course we had a lack of maps, but I was just talking even the lack of content within the maps themselves. And I still do think D Machine and Firebase C do have that issue still, but the fact that Outbreak is going to be getting more content in the future, and if we keep getting more and more maps, like a lot of maps, then I don't think the lack of content on those specific maps is that big of a deal, because I'd rather have like 20 maps that have the amount of content Firebase C and D Machine have than have like 5 maps that have a lot of content, like, you know, Black Ops 3 or Black Ops 4 type maps. I think having a lot of maps, even if they don't have much stuff on them, is good, and Outbreak seems to be a good avenue to do that, and hopefully an avenue to just use a lot of stuff. There are some complaints I have with Outbreak, and we're going to talk more in depth about that in the review video, but I think my main thing right now is I was hoping Outbreak would be a little bit differently in terms of, I was hoping it was going to be more of a sandbox type mode, which in some ways it is, but they are still taking that story route where they wanted to connect to the story, so they're not going too crazy with it. I wanted them to kind of just let loose, be like, this does not matter to the story at all, just go crazy in here. We added a bunch of bosses from Dead Ops Arcade 3, and I say Dead Ops Arcade 3 because there's a lot of bosses in there that obviously don't have any story connection to the main Cold War story at all. There's stuff from like BO4 in there, there's stuff from BO3 in there. Obviously it wouldn't make sense in the story, but I was hoping this mode would just allow them to throw it all in there. And I say Dead Ops Arcade 3 because their assets are already there, so I don't think it would be that difficult for them to add those same models and those same bosses inside of Outbreak instead of making completely new bosses. But the new bosses are really cool, the ones that they did add, but I was hoping for just a crazy amount of stuff. But again, you got to keep your expectations realistic, but still, I was not expecting completely original maps, so that's still definitely going completely above my expectations for Outbreak in some sort of a way, you know, although it's not doing exactly what I wanted in terms of another way, it's doing something crazy in a different way, which again, really surprising, but I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you're thinking about Outbreak in the comment section below. Again, I'm really enjoying it. I'm having a fun time, but I need to play more to really get that experience, because I don't know, man. I played a couple times already, and the furthest I've gotten was I think like wave 6 or 7, which isn't that far. I know you can go really far, but the thing is, it takes a while. If you want to sit there and actually explore the areas and do a lot of objectives, it takes like 30 minutes per area. Usually, if you just do the one objective and that's it, then you could probably be in and out of an area within like a minute or two. Not a minute or two, like 10 minutes or so. But man, if you try to do everything, it's going to take you like 30 to 40 minutes for one area. So if you try to get to like round 10, that could take you like 5 hours possibly. I don't know, man. I don't know. But again, we'll have to wait and see. I still think there would be a great feature that they could add that would allow you to maybe like pause the game and go back to it later, like save it almost, and you save it at round 5, and the next time you play, you just start at round 5. I think that would be really cool. So it'd allow people who don't want to sit there for hours upon hours get to higher rounds. I don't know. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace out.